Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently building things, for once. Who would have thought that we'd actually do that when we're a construction company? We've spent this whole time fighting wars pretty much, but we're at peace right now, and we are now building things, so that's wonderful.
Incoming
now,
transmission.
What is this? Oh, migration treaty. We need to decline these because we don't have the influence for them, unfortunately. I would love to do it. We simply can't.
Incoming inquiry.
So, do we have the edicts right now? Or rather, the edict that gives us +5 influence per month? No, we do not. Okay, that's fine. But that does mean we have to be very thrifty with our influence. So we've already got our non-aggression pact. We have a defensive pact. We should actually probably consider dropping our non-aggression pact with these guys. But they're so powerful that I really don't want to. We're at 15k alloys right now. How much do we need to... Oh yeah, unemployment on Celestial Throne. Sure, whatever. How much do we need to reinforce this? 85,000. Okay. Well, we'll definitely work on that for the time being. We're building ships. We're expanding out over this direction.
Transmission.
Migration treaties. No, get out of here. Okay, so we currently see the Adnoran Pious Confederation out over here. We're going to close borders to them. They may still be able to go through the Calictoran Protectors. But I don't think so. Yeah, they came in via our territory there. So did the Republic of Hypnus. And yeah, they closed borders to us. That's to be expected. So at this point, what we need is influence, right? And power projection is going to be a good way to work on that. We are at 87% power projection right now. I want to point that out. So getting more influence would be really, really good. We'll need to keep an eye on this situation. Hello. Oh, that's Calictoran Protectors. Okay. I was going to say, who is that construction ship? No, it's the Calictoran Protectors. So that's fine for now. We do need to continue to work on terraformations and tile blocker clearances. And there are a lot of tile blocker clearances to work on here. No doubt about that. No tile blockers here. There are 4 here. But a lot of these need to be terraformed, right? It was a Streakian that we left off on terraformation, I believe. Yes. So we take that over to a desert world, and now we're on Syraclis. We're going to terraform all of these over to desert worlds. That, unfortunately, was all of our energy credits. We can definitely sell off some food here and make some energy credits that way. We can also sell off some rare crystals, which will make us a decent amount. That seems reasonably fine. No valid world to terraform here. This is a relic world. That's okay. So we can terraform this world. This is currently an arid world. Easy enough. Now, these are habitats. They do not need terraformation. Vernier can be terraformed over into a desert world. Hasela 3, terraformed to a desert world. This is a Gaia. This is a Tundra. So we, at this point, we're down in sheet, right? We know that we need 2 additional worlds. So that's only 10,000 total energy credits, I believe. Let's sell off a few additional units of food here. Some consumer goods, which are very cheap right now. Okay. I don't want to sell alloys, but we can definitely sell some dark matter. And that gets us, I believe, what we need. So we can terraform this into a desert world, and we can terraform this into a desert world. Beautiful. So that looks good. Now, of course, we require a bunch of influence. A whole bunch of influence. We're going to keep an eye on anybody claiming things out over here. Influence is going to be our primary lack at this juncture. What do we actually need to get the edict that allows us to get +5 influence per month? Is that an ascension perk? Is that a tradition? Well, it wouldn't be any of these that we have filled up right now, right? That's for sure. It might be a tradition. Hard to say. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. But for now, we don't have it.
Upscaling
so that's good to know.
Complete.
Okay, we just finished up constructing our colossal assembly yards in all of our shipyards. Beautiful, that's good. We should probably think about producing a juggernaut, and we'll do exactly that. So out of the Nightbirth station, I would like to build a juggernaut. What do we need for that? Actually, it's automatically generated. Let's take a look at what it generated for us for our juggernaut. Running ancient macro batteries, ancient driller drones, ancient saturator artillery, but then running hyper shields and neutronium armor. I mean, overall, I think this is decent. It would cost 170 minor artifacts. That's a lot of minor artifacts, especially when I believe that we're still upgrading our ships. Ah, hello. We have this gateway site ready, and that is this guy over here. We do need a few energy credits to make that happen, and I'm going to sell off some exotic gases and some rare crystals. And are we still negative on volatile motes? We are. Okay. These prices are very awkward at this point. How much do we need in total for this? 6,000? Okay, so on the next month tick. That's fine. We'll get that going any moment now. 27th. And there's the month tick. Okay, so that's going. That's in our mega shipyard. We're deliberately not putting a gateway in the L cluster at this point, or we'd put it over here. I think we do put it over here. So we travel over this way, and a gateway site is going to cost a bunch of influence. So we obviously can't do that right now. I'm instead going to have this construction ship come out over to Yillian. Hang on. Hyper relay networks out here also cost influence. Yeah. Come on out to Yillian. So that'll do for now. How are we doing on our fleet's upgrades at this point? The Able Swarm is 83% done and 25% done on the second contract enforcement.
Colonial
so we still have a good
upsizing.
amount of work to be done there, no doubt about that. It's not shocking. And how much do we need? 1360 right now just to get everything built up. That's a lot of minor artifacts. So, do we have any way of getting additional minor artifacts? I don't think so. I don't think you can't buy them through the market. And if we were to go into our society management relics, if we had the rubricator, we could get some. But we do not. Okay. We're producing 9.75 through stations and 2.22 through jobs right now. That's definitely noted, but there doesn't, as far as I'm aware, there's not a good way to produce more of them. At least not with what we have right now. We'll see. Maybe we get something, but for the time being, this is as good as it's going to get, I think. So we're still working on these upgrades. They're going to take a while. And it's basically entirely 100% the minor artifacts, right? That's what it comes down to. Do we have any available jobs here to work on? We have a lot of low stability right now. There's no doubt about that. Do we want to get rid of slavery? Our low stability and population ratios are a decent argument for getting rid of slavery at this point. So we would go into our government policies and edicts, and we would prohibit slavery. I think it's a good thing to do right now, actually. Let's prohibit slavery. The Galactic Emancipation Party. Cool. And yeah, look at that. Just instantly, things get a lot better. So on this industrial world, we are needing to move some workers. These are Maloqui workers. Why are they not working these jobs? We're at -1 housing, which is a bit spicy for sure. Let's see here. We can expel excess population, but I'm not going to do that right now. Mastery of nature requires influence. It would be a good thing to do here. But I think we're better off simply moving these guys over to another world, or moving one to another world, like that. So some of these have no jobs. They should fill these jobs, though, I think. Are these zombie pops? Presumably they're zombie pops. Yes, these are zombie pops. So we should just resettle these over to, like, some sort of a mining world would be ideal. Actually, a Streakian Prime looks good. So something like that. Beautiful. On this tech world, we now require housing. A city district is easy enough. This Forge world is better on the stability and crime. We built a city district here, I believe, so that we could put in a precinct house, and that is definitely something that I want to do. Now that we actually can have all of our pops working in precinct houses, in theory. Nobody's actually working in these enforcer jobs. We'll see if that changes around. It did not. Okay, that's noted. We'll put in a city district here to work on our amenities and housing. Looks good. We'll put in a city district here as well. Okay, just looking at that war declaration. Seems relatively fine. On Vinjim, we've got a lack of amenities. I think replacing this research lab with an amenity generation makes sense. We'll put in a holo theater there. That'll be fine. On Bardigan Prime, we require a job. It's a tech world, but is it really? I mean, it's got the faculty of Archaea Studies, which is fine. I do think beyond that, gas extraction wells. This is filling up with buildings very quickly. And moat harvesting traps as well. Okay. Well, that's a lot of very inefficient buildings. We'll do that for the time being. This research station requires housing, and the research district is housing neutral. We'll build that for now. This trade station requires housing. Again, actually, the trade district is housing negative. We should put in a habitation district. I don't love it, but we'll do that.
Resource encountered.
Okay, we're keeping an eye out for construction ships out over here. We're going to grab Impultov very soon. We are, of course, lacking 17 influence for this right now. Man, our influence gains are low, but that's to be expected. We should probably reopen that closed border that I did, realistically. So where was that? Relations. Closed borders. These guys. We're going to open those borders and get that extra quarter influence per month. I still want to have that research agreement, I feel like. That said, there is an argument to be made that with our science nexus coming online, we don't need it. Our consumer goods are kind of awful. Okay, presumably that's because we switched off of slavery. Noted. We'll need to do something with that. For the moment, we could hop in here, and instead of running forge subsidies, we could run industrial subsidies. Or, actually, we could afford to do both, and still be positive on our unity. So for now, that'll be okay. We'll do that for the moment. That's not going to fix this problem, I don't think, to be clear. We will need to work on our production there. Vernier Prime is currently set up as a forge world, but there's not actually any forging happening on this world. Okay, that's very interesting. 277? Yeah. I didn't think that that would be great. We do have this world here that we're colonizing. So that's all interesting options. We've got Beryllian 1 here, which is set up as a generator world right now. We could certainly put in a Ministry of Production, and we could put in a... We wouldn't want to do it in this order. A civilian industry, and then a Ministry of Production. And then we can designate this as a factory world. And we could, in theory, build ourselves a few additional industrial districts here. But we don't really have a lot of population there at this moment.
Blocker liquidated.
So we'll keep an eye on that. We're currently negative on our minerals as well. Sure. This is because we're currently reorganizing our structure of where our pops are working, right? And that makes sense. So for now, that's fine. We'll need to work on both of these things. For the moment, I'm going to buy in 5,000 minerals, and we're going to buy in a few consumer goods as well while we work on this. However, we can now grab Impultov. No, we can't. We're lacking
Blocker
6 influence.
liquidated.
Okay, 2.65 per month. Okay, so that's 3 months out. Our power projection is better.
Potential spaceborne resource encountered.
Now we're at war with these guys. This is another defensive war here, because they settled over here. This isn't all that strong, though, so we can definitely grab all of these this time, and we're going to head over to Vernier. So we're going to position for the Zeepak Vortex here. And we'll head on over. So we are going to need a few leaders, no doubt about that, and I'll recruit... Hang on, what was that trait? Yeah, that's a fine trait. Okay, so for Plan Swarm, we'll need a leader as well. A leader experience gain isn't amazing. I do want Unyielding here. That sounds good. Anyone else need an Admiral? Nope, that looks good. Fantastic. So these are not done upgrading, but we're going to bring them on in here. Unfortunately, we don't have any claims on these guys, and we're not likely to get any. Considering that we need a bunch, and I mean a bunch of influence. So that is definitely sad. No doubt about that. What else can we do to gain influence? I mean, we could get rid of this non-aggression pact. These guys are a long ways away from us. And we'll keep improving relations with them. But we'll break the non-aggression pact. And that will increase our income there. So that'll be good. So we're getting into position here. They're just chilling in their capital. So we're going to head into Zeepak Vortex here. And all of these guys are going to get into position, I believe, here. Beautiful. We have enough strength here that we can fight them, I believe. Right? They're heading down this direction. Okay, I frankly don't care about them heading this way. That's fine. We can take out their station without them there. The main concern would have been fighting them with this station present. As it is, I mean, yeah, that's 100k there. And 145. We will take a bit of a mauling from taking these over, but I think it's fine. No, we don't go in yet. We just park here. Okay. So that'll be good for now. We will, of course, need to keep an eye on our planet situation here. No doubt about that one. And we're getting set up. We probably should be reinforcing our fleets at this time. So we'll do that. Definitely did not really want to be in this war, but here we are. We'll build a starbase out over here
Research
in Impultov,
actualized.
and we'll be able to colonize both of these, but we'll probably terraform them first. Is the way that'll probably go. Okay, so I'm assuming they're attacking down over here. Yeah, we're not going to contest this at all. I don't care about that for right now. Dark matter reactors are now done. We're going to grab dark matter deflectors. 41 months on that. Sounds
We
good.
have lost a starbase.
Yeah, they're going to attack down over here. They're being attacked in Epsilon Cygni,
Future
and
market survey
yeah,
complete.
they're going to lose this. These guys lose this war.
Competitive station engaged.
100%. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any territory out of it. Not with our influence in the state it's in. So, it's fine. It's just vaguely annoying. Cool. So we're eliminating their station here. No major problems there. And they're not going to have any major problems with eliminating our stations either, to be clear. We're going to head down to Tirnar at this point. And we're just aiming to push to Tirsonia at this moment. That is our current goal. Once we have Tirsonia under control, then we'll think about attacking these guys, but that's a ways out. And we'll see what our allies end up doing. Our mega shipyard framework is now complete. And how much is that going to cost to upgrade? 10,000? Okay, noted. For the time being, that's fine. We have other needs for those alloys. And yeah, they're going to continue attacking down this
Station
way.
under
Whatever.
assault.
I don't care about that. Epsilon Cygni has fallen.
Starbase.
Ophong is going to fall very shortly here. And we're attacking Tirnar. Beautiful. We're basically through the shields now. But we're mostly focusing fire on these outposts. And they've fallen. Perfect. So next, we're going to do something kind of like this. And then get into position to attack Tirsonia. Cool. Next, I want to bring in a science ship, which would be this one. We want to come research that debris for sure.
Upscaling complete.
Beautiful. There's Impeltov under our control. We'll build those mining
Blocker
stations, and let's
liquidated.
get started on terraforming these over into desert worlds. There we go. And then we'll head into Camthrin after that. Cool. The Tuxcan entity has taken the Zeepak Vortex. That's very rude of them. Very, very rude indeed. Well, we'll have to deal with that. Just like we'll have to deal with this and deal with this. All we want is to not have exclaves in our border, AI. That's it. That's all we want.
Competitive station engaged.
But for now, this is
Blocker
fine.
Liquidated.
We'll deal with it. Not a big deal. So that station is down. Beautiful. And then we'll head up to Ascant, and then down to Paducin, and then into Tirsonia.
Station
In the
under
meantime,
assault.
these guys are attacking up over here, and we're doing basically the exact
have
same thing
lost
we
a
did before,
starbase.
right? This is going to die. Definitely. Cool. Are we going to invade these
Starbase
worlds?
under
Honestly, I
assault.
don't think there's a point. I think we're just going to knock these guys out of the space war, and then we'll just let these guys do what they're going to do. We don't have any claims here, so all we want to do is not take all that
Competitive
much
station
damage, right?
engaged.
That's our primary goal here. So that seems reasonably fine. They may attack Tirsonia before we get there. We'll
Station
see.
under
If they
assault.
do, that's great. That just means that we lose less. We're okay with that. So we'll continue to build these reinforcements.
We have lost a starbase.
Yeah, they're attacking down over
Upscaling
this way, which is
complete.
fully expected. No real problem at this moment. We will head down there, and I think they might hit Tirsonia before we get there. We'll see. We're on our way down over to Paducin right now, and this is completely fine. This war is not an issue. The only thing that's an issue is that the AI is claiming all of this over here, which I'm not a fan of. It's just the Tuxcan entity. So the question is, if we were, hypothetically, to fight the Tuxcan entity, who are they? That's these guys. They're a subsidiary under the Absorbers, who are these guys. Okay, so the Tuxcan entity is superior to us. The Absorbers are overwhelming to us. Noted. That's fine. We will handle it. So we're heading down to
Starbase
Paducin.
under
No problem
assault.
whatsoever here. They're grouping up in Felix. Looks like they're heading out this way first. That makes sense.
Station under assault.
I would probably
We have
make the same
lost a
choice.
starbase.
And yeah, they're still attacking down over this way. No problem. They're not going to be able to replace their units very, very soon. So that's fine. We'll continue to reinforce our fleets here with a few corvettes. We are, of course, currently
Competitive station
lacking in
engaged.
our minor artifacts, which is no shockers. But we'll eliminate this station, no problem. There we go. And then we will get into position here. And we'll jump into Tiersonia eventually. The question is, are we going to wait for these guys to lead the charge? It looks like they're on their way, so timing is good. I think they're on their way. That has to be where they're going. Definitely.
Future market survey complete.
So that looks good. We will allow them to jump on in here soon. Wait a second. War's over. War is over. They status quo beast. Okay. Luckily, they didn't get anything over here. Cool. So that's fine. We're going to back out of here. We're heading back to Edamar. So that war is over.
Incoming transmission.
And these guys want us to form a defensive pact. We're actually going to decline. For the time being, this is fine. I'm content with where we are. We need additional influence, right? Definitely. Definitely. Who else do we have non-aggression pacts with? The Absorbers, the Multistellar, and the Tebadoran Corporation. Okay. It seems okay. Well, that was a very anticlimactic war. No doubt about that. Ooh, 2,000 consumer goods. That's actually really good for us right now. So this industrial world needs housing. I'm going to put in a industrial district here. I suppose an industrial district here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put in a city district. Why? Because we don't have a consumer goods factory here. And we should definitely build one. We're going to need to work on that economy. No doubt about that. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I guess we'll see if these guys get attacked by the Vestige. Keep in mind, their fleet is still intact. So we'll see what ends up happening there. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.